me, GV, and welcome to this week's Sup Saturdays. Ladies and gentlemen, is the mic on? It is on. First of all, I'm wearing the Darvesh shirt. Check it out in the description below, in the merch section. It's got the name. You can get it without the name. The artist did a fantastic job. A lot of people bought the shirts, and for that, thank you very much. If you bought a shirt, I hope you guys and gals have enjoyed it. This week on YouTube, I wanted to talk about the YouTubers that I myself watch. This is a question that I get pretty often on Twitch and on the YouTube channel. And I wanted to, I don't think I've ever done a Sub Saturdays talking about the people that I myself watch as a YouTuber on YouTube. So this list is in no particular order. I'm gonna start with Metal Jesus Rocks. I love this channel, and I hope that he reaches 1 million subscribers. This guy basically covers all sorts of retro game collecting. He's actually a big reason why I bought all of those retro consoles and all of those consoles and started my own little collection, because he's got basically a collection channel where he shows off a huge basement of all of this different stuff. It's such a cool channel, and the reason I really like it, though, that was why I got brought into it. The reason I absolutely love it, though, is because he's got this group of friends that I would just know I would love hanging out with them. Like, they're so cool, and every person is so nice and awesome. And just watch his channel, watch a video where he's got the whole crew together. It's this huge big group, and I would just love to have a beer with any of them or all of them at the same time. And if any of you guys are watching this and want to have a beer with me in Colorado, absolutely, I will be down like a clown. Charlie Brown. Next up is Alt-Shift-X. For anybody that doesn't know, my favorite book series, my favorite writer, my favorite show of all time is all A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones related. And Alt-Shift-X makes these videos where he explains certain things about the show, different theories, different episodes, and it is magnificently done. If you ever really want to get into the lore, that is the one series where I actually do really get into lore. If you ever really want to get into the lore about A Song of Ice and Fire, definitely give Alt-Shift-X a try. They do magnificently informative videos in a very aesthetically pleasing way. It's kind of hard to explain, so give one video a shot and you'll see what I mean. Next up is Video Game Donkey, who would normally go in the honorable mention section, considering that everybody knows who he is, but I was a huge fan of him for forever. I think that he is such a cool guy and has such a cool channel, because if you get past all of like the jokes, he's one of those people that you can basically never take seriously, which I like about him. But if you get past that, he also makes actually really insightful video game reviews. You can tell that his opinions on video games and the gaming industry as a whole are actually really valid and really well constructed. But then you have, of course, all of his like jokey, memey type videos, which I really liked when I first got into him. But now I'm, because I'm growing older, and because he's growing older, you can tell that he's shifting his style of content as well. I really look forward to his actual reviews, like the ones without any really jokes. Then we have Frederick Knudsen, or Frederick Knudsen, I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name. He does Down the Rabbit Hole, which is an awesome, super well researched series where he takes you down the rabbit hole with certain internet mythos. He's done one on Darkside Phil, he's done one recently on Temple OS. I watch every single one of his videos like as soon as they come up. They're very long, they're like a documentary style, but they are really well done. And this guy is gonna blow up because he puts so much time and effort into his videos, and already he has become successful and his channel is relatively new. Then we have Household Hacker. This guy makes As Seen on TV compilation videos. Like, he basically takes one topic, like an egg, As Seen on TV egg, apparatus, and then he does a whole video on them where he orders all of these products and then tests them out. And again, you'll notice a theme that all of these channels have really well done videos, and this one included. The camera quality is amazing, and he just goes over every aspect, whether or not you should or shouldn't buy As Seen on TV products. I have never bought an As Seen on TV product. I don't even have any interest, but I watch his videos because they're extremely well done and very entertaining. Next we have Psychic Pebbles and Sleepy Cabin. Sleepy Cabin is a podcast that's been defunct now for I think like a year or two, but that podcast has OniNG, Stamper TV, Psychic Pebbles, Corey Spaz Kid, Johnny Utah, and some other people, a bunch of animators from Newgrounds basically. And I got into that podcast because I have always been a fan of Psychic Pebbles. I've seen him in podcasts, I've seen him in live streams, and I just think that even though he's got such a weird on the surface personality, if you get below that surface, he seems like such a really cool down-to-earth guy, and I'm just a huge fan of his and his creepy ass art style. So through him I found Sleepy Cabin, and recently I finished every single episode because it ended like 2 years ago, and I'm just a fan of all those guys, but mainly Psychic Pebbles, who does animations on YouTube, and I'm sure he's doing it outside of YouTube because I know he hates YouTube and their practices, and you can't really make that much money as an animator anymore because you risk demonetization anyways. But I'm a huge fan of Psychic Pebbles and thus Sleepy Cabin. Then we have Lemino. Lemino is a top 10 creator, although I think he's been moving away from that recently. If you like top 10s, he beats every single one. They don't even come close to Lemino. Lemino actually takes the time and takes the effort and really researches his topics, really gives you some, top 10 facts about this, but they will be stuff you actually don't know. A lot of YouTubers will be like, top 10 things you don't know, and like literally most of them or a lot of them are a stretch. Lemino actually dives deep, and if you watch his videos, you will learn a whole lot about video games and TV shows or whatever that you had no idea about. This guy has got to be one of the hardest working YouTubers on YouTube. His video quality and editing is out of this world, and he beats, like, I would say probably 90% of YouTubers in terms of just sheer quality. And then finally, this would go into honorable mentions as well, but I need to share my love for this man, JonTron, or the JonTron Show. Before he's done all the flex tape stuff, before he's done all these weird aerobics videos and things like that, he was like a video game reviewer, like AVGN, and that's how I got into him. I think it was the Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts video, and I was like, who is this little fella? And then I went over to the Game Grumps while he was still a part of Game Grumps, and I've seen every single episode. I think him and Aaron had excellent chemistry, and I just love this man. He's the biggest man in the world that I have a big bro love for. Can I possibly get any gayer? I just think that through everything that I've heard him talk, like, he is such a down-to-earth, great person. I think he deserves every single ounce of success that he's had. He's one of the nicest people on YouTube. Obviously, from what I can tell, he could be a complete nightmare in person, but I really don't think that's the case. I love his content. I really think that he is just such a cool person, and I really wish, just like with the Metal Jesus Rocks crew, that I had met him before he blew up, because I feel like we would have been the best of friends. I feel like our personalities mesh so well, and I don't think I could possibly fanboy any harder over JonTron. And then we've got some rapid fire honorable mentions. Penguin Zero or Critical. I've always been a fan of his, although everybody knows who he is, and I don't really watch his videos vehemently, but I think he's a cool person. Again, super down to earth. That's another theme. I really like real down to earth people for my YouTubers. Also, The Needle Drop, Anthony Fantano, also a huge YouTuber that most people know. He is like the guy to go to for music reviews. There was a time in my life where I watched a ton of his stuff, and every video that he came out with, I always would watch, but now I've kind of fallen out of it a little bit. But if you like music reviews, if you want to listen to a big hipster melon talk about the depths of music, he is your guy. Also, AVGN, the angry video game nerd, James Rolfe. This guy has been around for forever. This guy is pretty much the dude that started long form video game reviews. What he does is unlike any other. His videos are really hard to describe. Well, it's a video game review overall, but he's got all these cheap effects, but they work. It's like a campy style, and also he's really into movies. His actual YouTube channel is called Cinemassacre, and while most people are there for the AVGN, I really like his insights into actual movies and classic film and things like that. Been a fan of this guy for forever. And then also Binging with Babish, everybody knows who he is as well. He makes food from like video games, TV shows, or movies, and like recreates it in real life. His videos are very clean and pristine and well done, and just a joy to binge. And then last but not least, although probably the least amount of content, is Max Mofo, Filthy Frank, and iDubbbz. Although Filthy Frank is pretty much embracing his music career at this point. He's no longer really a YouTuber. But Max Mofo and iDubbbz, just as big of a fan as everybody else. I really love their collabs. I love all of their content on all their different channels. I love everything that they do. They're like the supreme edge boys on YouTube. But again, I think they're actually like down-to-earth real people, you know, even past all the edge. And so that's pretty much all the fans, that's pretty much who I'm a fan of, is people that are real and people that have good content. And those are pretty much all the people that I watch on YouTube. It varies, you know. I'll subscribe to somebody like Hybrid Panda, who did Dead by Daylight videos when I got into Dead by Daylight, and then I'll unsubscribe because I don't care about Dead by Daylight anymore, and then I just can't really keep up with his content. So that's what I'm always doing. I'm always jumping from one thing to the next on YouTube, always subscribing, unsubscribing. But the people that I've mentioned in this specific video have been people that I've been subscribed to and have watched for years and years and years, and that's never really going to change. Thank you so much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to support me, consider liking the video and becoming a patron over on Patreon, and also maybe buying a shirt. There's tons of merch in the merch store that feature this design here. You can get it like on a sticker, you can get it like a canvas print, on a towel, a whole bunch of different stuff, and then obviously a variety of shirts and hoodies and things like that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys look forward to more Dark Souls Remastered and also Fallout 2. I don't think there will be any this week, but Fallout 2 should resume next week. I'm trying to get back on my schedule now that I'm fully settled in my house. By the way, update, everything's painted. I went around the whole house and did touch-up paint as well on all the stuff that needed a little touch-up with like the pure white paint, and also the hallway is fully painted. So I am completely moved in. Everything is done. I need to buy some furniture and some upgrades here and there, but overall, it's settled. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.